Folks, and good morning. Welcome to a quick little first impressions slash preview type of thing here for 63 days. So this is one you might have heard about recently. I'm actually a day late in getting this out because I ran into a weird kind of Steam issue when I was going to record it the first time. But this is a kind of it's a fascinating stealth strategy game that just came out. Essentially, if you ever played a decent number of stealth games and you wanted to get that kind of uncompromised experience, where you wanted to, for example, see that if you did something wrong, stuff's going to go bad real quick. For example, let's say we tried to do the Metal Gear thing and tried to go and let's say chuck a knife at this guy over here to try and to kind of isolate him from the other guy. So let's go ahead and take a quick shot at this guy, see how that goes, and we're already Swiss cheese. So, and funnily enough, this isn't even all the way towards difficult or anything. This is straight in the middle. So essentially, the way that this seems to work, bear in mind I'm not extremely far into this thing because every time that there was a patch, it was kind of resetting progress for the early, kind of earlier version that we got there. But effectively, for every one of these kind of zones that you're put into, you're kind of given your characters and then given free reign to approach the mission how you will. Essentially got a little bit of Hitman in our Metal Gear, as it were. So you've got your different characters that are specialized in different things. Like we've got our smaller guy over here that's got his throwing knife as a replenishable way to kill things, as well as throwing rocks for going and distracting people wherever you put them. Picked up a weapon off a dead guy, and from there we can just kind of go ahead and explore the map as we will. Right now he's hidden in here, he's freed a couple of people from this particular zone, and we were trying to essentially get these guys over here, since again it's basically a whole mission going on. So we've got a small squad to send in, but they've got to get through here. Currently, the person holding the bolt cutters is this guy. Now he's waiting to go get over there because I went and snuck him past the searchlights in order to have him ready to go kind of go and cut this thing whenever possible. Because in order to even get to the fence in the first place, we would then also need to take care of their snipers, and we would need to take care of their spotlights. In order to do that, it seems like there's a number of different approaches. Like we see that there's power lines going to all of this stuff, so we can go ahead and follow those power lines over and see that there's multiple places that seem to have the option to go turn off some power. Now, I'm not 100% sure how this particular mechanic works, because apparently you don't just flip the switch, so I guess I have to break them in some way. But, for example, we see if we're spotted at any point, we got all these guys that are over here sitting and waiting to react to something. And if, for example, we found a way to, let's say, systematically lure them out and deal with them, that would be a lot less response for us to deal with. However, most of them are typically covering each other pretty darn well. So you'll notice, like, in order to get in at this particular instance, between our two characters, we've got our bigger guy that's afraid of heights, but our smaller guy is happily willing to go, let's say, climb the foliage over here in order to get in over here. And then we essentially took out this guy, took his rifle, but he's out of out of sight for the patrols that are going through here. At which point, I went ahead and dealt with this guy, but we had someone else over here, as well as some guards on the tower, and so I just essentially kept making noises while hiding right under where this thing is, and just kind of chucking a knife through someone's neck as soon as they went up through the ladder, which seemed to work reasonably well enough. But at that point, they couldn't progress because there were several people with line of sight over here. So we had the big guy go and sneak around, deal with the guy that was sitting over here, which then got them both into this particular area. And we haven't even gotten to, for example, getting disguises for people, getting keys for the different gates, getting to the second objective here, which is to clear out this airfield. Because ultimately, your main goal is to make sure that these planes don't fly. And that's what I mean. If it feels like all of this is just fully realized as far as being a functional facility. A lot of times when you're doing kind of stealthy kind of stuff, a lot of times there's kind of the scale issue, where we got the sort of Metal Gear thing where it's like, I don't really know if this smaller base was necessarily that much of a threat. In this case, it feels like this place is actually functional. It feels like it's just working on a normal day. So yeah, and what's funny is that the only kind of I guess you could say, a video game ism that ended up happening here, is that you have information on everything at all times, because it's just kind of assuming you're doing all of these all the scouting for hours in advance or whatnot. Because you can see all their patrol patterns, you can see what everybody's up to, and frankly, being able to see what everybody's up to, I remember there being a little bit of a stink back in the day when Jagged Alliance Back in Action had that. Dude, you need it here. Like, I can only imagine if they had fog of war in this particular thing, like, they might have difficulty convincing somebody that it was possible to beat, because these missions are seemingly somewhat realistic in terms of their difficulty. It's hard to take out guards. It's hard to ambush people. It's hard to get away from searchlights and things. Like, for example, let's go and say we're gonna go crawl over this way, right? No, 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 no. We don't want to do that because we've already got one patrol following up on the other patrol. What's funny is our smaller guy, while he's able to crawl around reasonably well, we need our bigger guy to actually drag these guys out of the way. This guy is simply too weak to lift him. So, due to pathing and whatever else, we've got the spotlight that's over here, that's currently watching over in this direction. So we might be able to go this way. By the way, I had the bigger guy going and choking out guards that he was making noises for to go hide him in this direction. But for example, let's say over in this case, we can hide him in the bushes to hide from that spotlight, kind of slowly sneak our way through. We see that there's a little bit of a blind spot kind of towards this tree here, but as soon as we get out, we'll see that they still have snipers covering it from far away. So we'll get to that when we get to it, but if we wanted to, let's say, focus on one particular person, we mouse over them real quick and we'd have a better idea if they can see us or not. So anyways, for the time being, I'm thinking the best approach is probably, well, ideally, it would be to get up here. But in order to get up here, like, this guy is off by himself over by this tank, so that is something we can deal with. If we find a opening that gets us past that patrol over there, let's say we throw a rock or something to go distract this guy up here, then we might be able to sneak up this ladder and go take this guy out. And if you're thinking, wow, that is a whole lot of stuff that can go wrong very, very quickly, yes, this is one of those things where I feel like for at least the first playthrough, it is 100% okay to just accept the save scum because you're gonna mess something up. But what I love about this is that you're not without tools. Every one of your characters has different mechanics associated with them, and on top of that, you have different modes. So, for example, let's say let's say we're in a situation where we wanted to suddenly turn into a run gun shooter. Stuff has gone wrong. We've been spotted, but we've got our guys with guns or something. We can switch over to a kind of combat mode, twin stick shooter kind of mode for everybody we've got selected. And then essentially just start running and gunning it. Let's say you wanted to have multiple characters doing different things at different times. So, for example, we can select all of them if we wanted to, or we can just switch between our people, because this is essentially a real-time strategy stealth kind of thing. Then we could go into our planning mode here, in which case everything goes into a sort of bullet time kind of mode, and we can issue orders a bit more precisely. So, for example, if we wanted to, let's say, have him go over here, let's say we have him go and throw a rock. Kind of hitting the wrong button here. I will say the controls are somewhat complicated, or at least I'm too dumb to internalize a lot of them some of the time. But let's say we wanted to make sure that we distracted this guy, but not his buddy. So we'll go ahead and throw a rock up there. And then at that point, we would have him go and run towards this ladder. So presumably that's what we're going to be seeing here. So let's go ahead and see how they execute things, because I think I just put those in the wrong order here. So let's say we have him run here, or actually, no, we'll have him kind of sneak around this way to start off with. And then we'll have him throw that rock. Then from there, he'll be able to hopefully run towards that ladder, because hopefully the noise shouldn't draw their attention. Because the sound of your movement is also going to draw things. Interestingly enough, this is one of those cases of a kind of unusual way to actually execute your stuff, because you have to press all of the lower end of the D-pad and then hit up. So there we go. He threw that rock over there. So he goes towards this. I should have had him go into a sprint instead of a crawl, because he might not make it on time now. Let's see, is he going to make it? Ah, shoot. Well, and he's been grenaded. Okay, well, we got the knife. Nope, he's been grenaded again. Again, they are brutal as far as catching you. Like again, this is even on normal. I don't even know how stuff gets on higher difficulties, but like this is the good kind of difficulty. Like this reminds me of playing. There was I forget the name of the mod at this point, but I used to really love one of the mods for Stalker back in the day. And this reminds me of that, where you're just kind of going and meticulously kind of trying to plan things out and dismantle things in order to even have the remotest chance in hell of getting anything done, you know? Again, it's got that sort of brutal, realistic feeling while not having a lot of the more kind of cumbersome kind of elements. Alright, so, go ahead and get that menu out of here. Alright, so he's going to go throw this rock. This time we're actually going to remember to run instead of what I did last time. So we'll go into planning mode. Actually, I'm going to hit the wrong button and not go into planning mode. It's fine. Get up that ladder, sir. So there we go. Now we're in kind of ultra slow-mo mode. So while he's crawling up there, we're going to say run here. We're going to have him lay down at that point. We're going to switch over to our knife. And then we are going to see him throw said knife. We go into a sort of slightly faster slow-mo mode, doing it this way. Let's go back into planning mode real quick. Go here, throw that knife, and then duck. Now it does seem like that guard might have line. Actually, no, we'll cancel that. Let's go ahead and have him throw one more rock over to distract this guy here. Alright, go for it. Alright, dude's distracted. He's probably kind of questioning why we're seeing so many rocks at this point. Anyway, now we go over here. Now we switch over to the knife. Now we knife this guy, and hopefully he falls off the building. If he doesn't, this might be a little awkward, but yeah, you got spotted. Okay. Alright, now we know we need to deal with whatever was over here then. Case. Oh, shoot, they spotted the other guy. Because they were looking around. Oh, I see, okay. Because I had him right next to the stoplight. Or not the stoplight, I had him right next to the light over here. So this time, let's go ahead and get him over somewhere a little bit safer. In fact, actually, let's probably have him go choke this guy out. Just barely not enough. Okay, I did that one poorly. But the idea would be to hopefully get around his side, duck down to avoid the spotter from the other side, choke him out, and then carry him away. Like I said, I'm not very good at this, but it's been very fun to go and just kind of quietly dismantle this place, you know, piece by piece. I'm sure that there's a better way to do this, but yeah, I found it an absolute ton of fun. So, you know, here, let's go ahead and have you run in there, get him taken out, have him take his rifle and stuff like that, pick this dude up, go ahead and throw him in that ditch. There you go, sir, there you go. Take a quick nap. You saw nothing. And one visual indicator that I really appreciate is that you'll notice as you're going and playing that you kind of see the color of the vision cone change as you're carrying along, which allows you to kind of get a sense for how much time you have until you're spotted. It's very similar to kind of MGS5 in that way, where you have that sort of forgiveness timer when stuff's about to see you. Honestly, a lot of this game feels like if you're just going and doing MGS5 as a strategy game kind of thing, with more detail. I mean, granted, I don't know how extensive the gadgets get, but, like, in terms of... There's more details in terms of how kind of the world reacts, and I guess so far less in terms of the gadgets, but again, hard to know at this point. Anyway, we'll have this guy stand up at this point. Maybe we'll just go ahead and give it a little bit of the old save scum, you know. I'm pretty sure it already saved, but whatever. It saves quick for a reason. We'll go ahead and throw a rock over there to distract this guy. Go ahead and run you over to the ladder. There we go. Run over, please. Just go ahead and double tap it to have him run. So distract one guy and then distract the other guy. Actually, he's facing off in the other direction here. So, if he's facing that way, I wonder if we can get away with this if he's just simply not facing here. Wait, what? Oh, he got spotted. Okay, how did... Okie dokie, well, we need to remember to move him then. Go ahead and move you over this direction. I think they're firmly out of grenade range. Well, we'll go ahead and move him that way. And that actually might have been just the distraction that we needed, totally on accident. So we'll have you move over here. Chuck the knife. Let's see. Oh, no. Go back. I think it's safe to say that did not go terribly well. Oh, man. But yeah, this is cool, though. Like, I appreciate the commitment to the bit here to make it so that these guys feel like a serious threat at all times. Like, they may be terrible people, but they've got eyeballs. Also, I appreciate the topicalness that the intro is like, yeah, these guys are terrible, but guess who else is terrible? The people that stabbed everybody else in the back. You know who we're talking about. Very topical, very true. All right. So that being said, is Lynx already spotted? Yes. Right, because they spotted him at that point, apparently. So we'll have him go this way. Does that result in anyone else being spotted for the moment? Because they're kind of in their alert phase right now. We'll go ahead and throw them into the bushes here. As you saw there, that line of sight started getting yellow. But due to the fact that they're on alert, it went up a lot faster. And there we go. He's hiding in the bushes for now. And that actually cleared everybody away from here. So, let's see if we can use that. Probably not going to work, but we're going to at least give it a shot. Oh, he's definitely spotted. Okay. So maybe this isn't the best approach. I'm kind of wondering if we can maybe redo that knife strategy from before. So we wait for him to get up. He can't quite draw his weapon yet, and the knife will drop wherever it's thrown. So there we go. Nice happy jab in the throat, and we'll go pick up this thing. We'll just cheese this oil tank for cover. Okay, they turned on the alarm. How much can we get away with this? Probably not terribly well. This is probably going to go bad immediately. Oh, nope, yep. Eventually. I thought we kind of ducked away from the counter for that, but oh well. We'll go ahead and find a different approach, I think, because we got to deal with that line of sight issue. Because that one guy can clearly see us. So they were seeing all the way from over hereabouts. So presumably it's this guy on the tower that's patrolling around, maybe? But he does patrol pretty quickly, he does have some pretty long line of sight. I'm thinking maybe the easier approach here might be just to duck under this tower. Maybe distract this guy with a rock. Sneak in and grab a uniform. What's this guy's deal? He's not really... He's apparently super excited over this book. He wants to pet his invisible cat and take a look at this book. Alright, cool. Now, let's see. To deal with that, presumably, we'll just go ahead and kind of sneak in over here. See if this ends up working. Because it should be out of the line of sight of most of them. We'll switch over to this. How far can we chuck this thing? Okay, he needs to get a little closer here. So let's see, how... Yeah, I love this kind of highlight mode thing that you can just sort of go and get everything activated. All right. Also, now that I know that these are actually the alarms, that tells me that we probably, considering the look on that guy's face there, we probably can cut the alarms, because he's got bolt cutters at the moment. It shows his icons. I would assume he can probably cut the alarms to make sure they don't activate. Also, we're busted because I forgot to move him. Alright, let's go ahead and load that up real quick. And then we'll remember to actually move him this time. But that's actually good to know. So we'll actually leave Youngster where he is. We'll go ahead and move you out of the way. And for the moment, I actually want you crawling over kind of this way for right now. So here, we'll have you go this way. Kind of follow the path on this way. Alright, is he going to make it in time? I think he might have just barely dodged that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. Now the other... This is what I mean. You got to keep an eye on your people at all times. I'm leaving them right in the open, and they're getting spotted, so... Alright. You go around here for the time being. You get out of the way. I mean, we probably can hide him under the shadow of this thing, actually. So, like, they're looking around, they're looking around. There we go. There's the shadow. We'll hide him in the shadow of this thing for the time being. Alright. From there... Yeah, I guess we can just sneak around here, can't we? Is there a little bit of opening behind that building? I don't think so. But let's say we sneak around this way and we chuck a rock over behind this guy. Can you make it without being spotted? Seems like yes. Okay. So, gonna go into planning mode real quick here. Because how on earth do I actually get up here? Because, like, we can go through the door. Sure. But, I don't know if that'll get us exactly where we... Yeah, door's on the other side. So, okay. Okay, so that's probably not going to work. Presumably this door's locked or something? Well, this is probably not going well. Alright. Let's go ahead and, go ahead and start shooting, I guess. Go ahead, run and gun mode. This'll go great. Oh, man. Yeah, but this is really, really darn cool, though. So, okay. So how else do we get in there? Presumably we go and look for the key to that door. So let's go ahead and move you to the corner. Let's do a little bit more scouting, a little bit of the old research here. See what we can kind of recon here. Okay. So we know that this is a maybe. Like if we time it right, we should be able to deal with this guy, which should allow for hopefully getting past line of sight over here, though it's kind of difficult to do that on account of the patrols over here, because it takes a while to go kill them and deal with them, and at the same time, they probably would see the dead body, and who did they spot? I moved him into the wrong spot. Okay. Let's go ahead and fix that. See, this is why you don't leave people right in the open, and then just keep trying to micro-adjust until that doesn't bite you in the ass. Alright. You go here. You just leave this time. There we go. It's a lot harder to be spotted when you're not standing directly in the spotlight, you know. Okay. So, new plan. So, in order to open this, we need the key. In order to be able to open it, we presumably need to go here, but in order to get here, we presumably need to use this door. This one seems to be broken, or looks like it's barred shut. So, we've got that going for us. Is there any way up here in any other means? Probably not. I'm assuming it's a one entrance kind of thing. In order to get into there, we might be able to have him break that checkpoint and then maybe try and insult these guys to have them come down. That could be something, because I know there's actually other entrances to this place that I haven't explored yet. So, for example, let's say we go over to the way other side of the hangar here. Who did I just get spotted? Was it you that was spotted? Was it you that... Oh, they just spotted the dead guy. That's what's up. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, well, anyways, we'll let them chill out for now. And we'll have you take a little bit of a nap in the grass here. So, while they're going and panicking over the dead meat over there, let's go ahead and take a look. So we've got the key to the gate over hereabouts. So that's something. And a cool thing, if by the way, if you mouse over somebody, you can follow their patrol pattern, just kind of see what they're up to. Love it. Absolutely love it. Like, everything about this thing is just like, observe, figure out the cracks in the system and whatever else. It's so good. Okay. So, like, one of the things that I was trying to do earlier was actually to get this area shut down, and I got some of these guys taken out. So we've got these ones over here that were taken out because their line of sight is blocked. We've got well, we have this guy that's kind of patrolling around. Probably should get the big guy over there to have him come down. Probably take him out around the corner because he is being watched by this guy, who further is getting watched by these patrols that are going around. And presumably, if all goes well, like, if we can deal with the patrols, if we can deal with the outside stuff, honestly, we can probably even just deal with the garrison using just the rifles and hit-and-run tactics. But, for example, it's difficult to get this guy pulled away unless we get, said big guy over there. In order to hopefully choke him out, we'll try... Like, that's still on the table. Again, all of this is just planning kind of one piece after another piece after another piece after another piece. It's beautifully open in that way. So, loving that. But I'm thinking, yeah, we'll probably have to have Lynx get over to that side. Probably start working on, at the very least, this guy. The only issue is that plan takes a little bit of a while. That's the only reason I haven't done it yet, because these guys are patrolling around, and I was hoping to have some better solution for taking out these guys. Which one plan for that was to essentially have the big guy go choke this one, while the knife goes after this one. So essentially, youngster snipes the guy in front, while Lynx chokes out the guy in back. Should get rid of that patrol just entirely at that point, which should make getting to this guy a little bit easier, which should make getting to this guy a little bit easier, though he is currently protected by, again, another patrol over here. We can't kill off this guy without alerting these guys. Their security is actually tight. And presumably it gets harder. Okay. Now, I'm assuming that this key, just due to the symbol, is probably just that one key over here, or just that one gate over here. And presumably that's going to be our main way of going through here, unless we were to go and break through that other checkpoint over there. So we'll go ahead and zoom over that way. So if we go to the complete other end of the facility over here, we've got another entrance with one more tower. They've only got the one guy patrolling, they've got line of sight over here, but they've got these guys patrolling around as a group. So, presumably, in order to get into here, let's say we'd sneak around this corner over on this side. Is there anything interrupting our path here? No, we just have to get through the woods. There's just this one little checkpoint over here, which is easily dealt with enough. So, we get through there, we go around the woods. Interestingly enough, they have dog kennels, but I don't see dogs in there. I wonder if that's what happens if you turn it on very hard. Anyway, so, let's say with all of that... they keep rediscovering the same guy. Let's say with all of that, can we get in just having somebody hide in the truck? Maybe. That seems like something that would work. But I would assume we just go in here, probably use Lynx's call-out thing to actually call out that one guy, pull him away. Do we need both of them for this? Okay, nope. Take a nap. They saw nothing. It's fine. They're tired. They're just seeing things. It's all good. Don't panic. So, let's have you go over this way. It's going to crawl your way on this way. He actually can probably deal with the patrol down here on his own, because there's not many people around that would be able to hear the shots. So presumably, you could just go choke out this guy. So we'll have him move over this way. The plan is to have him run up, choke out this guard, have him shoot at the other guard. I think because we have everything taken out in that area, they shouldn't be alerted by the sound of any shots, or at the very least, it would be temporary. From there, while it would be ideal to have both of them for this, I don't want to move a youngster out of where he is in case we might need that piece later. So, presumably, they go in here. They call the guy out because his kind of cursing ability over here is how you get people to go and come to you. So Lynx's thing is essentially just kind of insulting people and choking them, as well as being able to carry bodies, but he's afraid of heights, so for example, he'll refuse to climb this. Anyway, so let's go ahead and look at their pattern. They seem to be going back and forth, and I think by the time he gets there, that guy should probably turn around. And then we should be able to... Nope, shoot, what are you doing? Well, I told him to shoot, but he apparently decided to try and go for another choke. I'm not really sure why. I think I hit the buttons wrong. Like I said, the controls definitely will do their job. It's just a matter of learning when and how they'll do their job. I'm still learning that part, because there's like queued up command type of things that I just plain don't understand, apparently. So, yeah, can be a little bit of a thing. Now, given everything, he might just not have enough time to do that particular move. So I'm thinking one thing that might work is potentially just going for the double shot here. So can he potentially snipe them both? Maybe. Like, we can just go straight for the keep it simple approach here. So he just finished reloading. Is he going to get any shots? Come on, take the shot, take the shot. There we go, okay. So he was just barely able to pull that off. Looks like he's probably far away enough that that'll do the job. And we'll go ahead and take more rifle rounds over here. I haven't quite figured out the ins and outs of the weapons yet. But personally, I figure they're sneaking. They probably want to make as kind of few noises as possible. So presumably it would be better to, maybe not use submachine guns here. But who knows? I guess technically they would be quieter per shot, it's just more shots. That said, maybe they can't go that way. I was sure that they would be able to just get through this checkpoint. Okay, so maybe we have to go around the other way. Or maybe there's some way to use the bolt cutters here? Because technically I have wire cutters, but apparently they don't want to go through this. Alright, whatever, fair enough. In that case, we'll have him probably go back to this entrance over here. And I wonder if we can maybe just do some more loud takedowns here. Because if we get him over this direction... Probably have him hide behind this car for the time being. Or actually, even ideally, let's have you hide behind here. Let's go sprint for your life, sir. Is there anyone left with line of sight here? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. So we'll have him move in here. This should keep him safe from the patrol that isn't really paying a whole lot of attention. So, current plan is we wait for them to go by. And then from there, we have him insult this guy and then hopefully choke him out. Now, I don't know if that would necessarily be easier than, let's say, doing what we just did with those two over here. So we'll actually go ahead and save, and we'll start off by doing it that way, because presumably we might be able to ambush them while out of hearing range from over here. This is actually something that I tried way earlier and completely didn't work, but that's because I wasn't thinking about firing angles. So we'll have you lay down over here. That guy hopefully will not be patrolling this way. I don't think he does. I think he just patrols kind of up here-ish. But he probably would... No, this is going to be way too close. They'll still respond to this. Okay, you go over this way. I think this will just be barely out of range enough that they hopefully won't respond to it. I think this is going to go badly, but we're going to try it. Okay. Yeah, no, this is going badly immediately. I think it's safe to say that's maybe not the way to do it. Now, he can get away, I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty certain that he would be able to take a shot and still possibly get away here. So let's try one more approach. Because I want to try another thing where we just, without laying down or anything, we just take one snipe and then run. Now, from what I'm seeing, I think yellow circle is effective, or firing range, and then the other one's sound range, because it does tell you if you hit somebody who it's going to alert. However, if one person yells to everybody else, you know, they're just going to go and come running. So I'm thinking if we snipe from here, maybe it'll work. Or maybe our better bet would actually be over this way. Whatever, crawl, get in here. And then, if we can get their attention, it's like, let's say, using this, range is going to be limited. Alright. Is there any way this works? Because I was thinking originally to try and snipe from this rooftop, but I guess not. We're just going to try to do this from over here. I'm assuming this is going to go badly, but we're going to at least give it a shot. No pun intended, or maybe pun completely intended, I don't know. Now, that guy's going to hear it unless we're slightly farther away. No, 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 go back. Okay. Can you snipe that? Okay, never mind. Completely missed the shot. Lay back down. Lay back down. Do you have a shot on this guy? Maybe. Right, so that's probably not the approach either. Now, part of that is because I'm assuming you need like a sniper rifle or something to snipe upwards, because they can snipe down at you just fine, but these guys are apparently not really much in the way of marksmen. So, like for example, if I were aiming at this guy, you'll see that he's basically just, he can't really get the angle on that shot. Alright, so now, while they're doing that, we got this guy. Yeah, this guy's responding. Can we get him real quick before everybody else responds? Okay, well, he got one more. Can he get into hiding, though, is the question. Because I don't know if they quite know exactly where he is just yet. So we'll take that one shot right there. He hasn't been injured yet. Then we'll go ahead and run away real quick. So they're trying to figure out what the hell happened. Now, I wonder if we lay low enough, will they keep going as far as this goes? Or can we maybe just take him out this way? Because it feels like it could maybe work. Like, they're all scattered about. They didn't seem to explore all the way out there. Okay, there might be a way to exploit this, because that was a whole lot of casualties out of their number, and now we get to see if they'll replenish their patrols, if they'll shut off that alarm eventually. I don't know what happened to our optional objective, but I'm hoping that didn't fail. But most of them got out, so that's something. Okay, so they're still looking around, they're still panicking. They seem to sort of be going down to a regular patrol here. Oh, interesting. They pick up their own guys. They actually clean up their base. How about that? Okay, again, just like beautiful people watching Simulator. Okay, so they go clean up their mess. What do they do with that? I wonder. What do they do with, let's just see what he's up to. See what he's up to. Maybe they put them into buildings or something? What are you up to, terrible person? Where are you off to? Over this way. Just gonna... Okay, just drop him right there, apparently. Are you gonna go clean up more dudes? Is this just your job? Did they have a protocol for this? They're like, wow, the entire world hates us. Maybe we should assign a body cleanup guy. All right. No, apparently they're just going back to this. They got somebody else that's handling cleanup. That is so cool. Like, that's a detail you never see. That's so weirdly cool. Love that. Okay. Grim but interesting. So now we are down to, looks like, what do we got here? 9 guards still in the barracks. They've still got the one guy patrolling. They seem to be, yeah, they're changing their patrols a bit. This guy's going out and cleaning up the bodies from before. So they know they've been attacked. I wonder if they'll send in, like, a truck of reinforcements or something. Because I would not even be shocked to see one pull up and give them new people at this point. Yeah, they're just going and cleaning up. Oh my goodness. Dude, look at this. I'm more amused by that than I should be. So, okay, let's see. We got the fence over here. So the loud approach can work, though I don't know what happened to those extra folks that we were supposed to be saving. Did they ever get this guy out from here? No, they apparently didn't like this guy. That's Bob the Dickhead guard, apparently. Alright, what else we got? So, presumably, we can get him back up on his feet and off to do a little bit more cleanup over this way. So, alright, hit and run. Hit and run works. Hit and run works. So, we've got the one guy still patrolling around over here. I'm thinking if we probably just go and choke him out, that'll probably be the easiest way to handle this. I love how this was supposed to be just a quick first impressions, and now it's just turned into, let's just, just do this thing, you know? But yeah, this is such a cool game. Like, this is one of those ones, if you're looking to kind of scratch that devious itch, it'll definitely have you covered here. Alright, now I would prefer to be doing this with the little guy, but he's currently where I want him to be. So, okay. So I'm kind of thinking we'll probably be able to just choke this dude. So as soon as this one turns around, we'll go out and we'll get him choked out, which should be one less problem to deal with. Alright. Oh. Well, we probably should have waited for that one, in order to not get turned into Swiss cheese. Probably. Shoulda, woulda, didn't. I thought I had the timing just right for when he'll turn around, but apparently not. Alright. Let's get back over here then. This is probably going to be a safer place to go and kind of chill out for a minute while he turns around. Alright. And see, this is why when you look at the main menu and they're like, oh, there's like 5 or 6 or whatever else levels, it feels like it would be short, and then you're looking through all this like, yeah, this is gonna be a long freaking game. It's cool like that. Now, the downside to using this guy as opposed to the little guy is we'd be able to just throw his knife at this point, and that would be very helpful. Alright. Can you get him? Yeah, that was just barely enough. We'll give him the order to pick this guy up before he falls. Apparently I hit the button wrong, but okay, we'll just go ahead and pick him up and drop him over here. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. And we'll just drop him right there. Sounds good to me. Take a nap, take a nap, take a nap. Oh, crap. Well, run! I'm bad at the shooting mode. Yeah, the shooting mode is something I'm a little on the unfamiliar side with, because I think it's intended to be a little bit slidey, just kind of on the fact that your kills are insta-kills anyway. But yeah, presumably if you're using an SMG or something, it's a decent bit better on that front. Also, there's a collectible over here. Need to pick that up at some point. Yeah, there's letters scattered about as collectibles that you can just kind of go grab. Alright, wait for this dude to come on back. Love how they got the little swell in the music, making it seem like you got busted when you didn't. Alright. So you hurry up and get on by here, sir. Get you removed. Probably put you in a different pile this time. Stop moving, and you should be all set. Go, crawl, 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 choke, choke, choke. Hold down Y. And now... Nope, I'm definitely doing that wrong. I think you're supposed to hit Y beforehand. Alright. That's fine, don't question it. Some dude just left his gun lying on the ground, as they do, you know. Now, yeah, they had to have a material shortage for a reason. It's because they just left their crap everywhere. Now, go ahead and drop that guy there, and that puts us one step closer to dealing with the rest of this. Now, throwing knife would be a lot easier for dealing with this guy, but we'll see if we can maybe lure this dude out. Maybe somewhere hereabouts. So you go here, and we'll see if we can maybe insult this guy. Actually, here's probably perfect. So we'll go ahead and throw some insults at this guy. Does he not hear us? Alright. There we go. So now he's running down the ladder. Hopefully we just wait around the corner. He comes around. We take him out. Might have to take a snipe at that guy, which could draw some unwanted attention. But one thing at a time. Alright, and is he turning around? As soon as that question mark goes away. Alright, he's still facing the wrong way. I love that their walking speed speeds up just slightly in order to do that choke move. Okay. So let's grab this guy and move him. This is going to frustrate somebody because they teach you in the tutorial to just press Y instead of A to activate the move, and then that should cause him to be picked up rather than rather than dropped, but we'll just ignore that little detail. Okay. So what are our options here? So we probably can't sneak around the side. This is a two-person ledge over here. So if we use this, we can actually teamwork our people to get one person up here, which then should allow for hopping over and then knifing this guy in the back. So that's probably going to be the sort of intended way to handle this, to just completely bypass this dude over here. So I guess we will go get our other guy back over this direction then. Also, somewhere in all of that, they actually seem to have cut off the spotlight.
Here's the fence.
I don't know when or how we took out the spotlight, but if the spotlight's gone, the spotlight's gone. Alright. Well, we'll deal with that when we get to it. Though I kind of have a feeling we failed the secondary objective there. Though at least most of them got out, so I guess that's something. I don't think it's going to count as something, but it's technically something. I'll have him army crawl this way, and probably have him go around the same way his brother did. Run! Run, run, run! And then we need to get them both over this side.
Watch my flank.
Alright. So you go here, you go here. They're not watching from the barracks at the moment. So, you circle around the side here. Now we probably can go open up the wire at this point and let them charge on through, but I don't think that's going to be what we want to do. Anyway, we'll just barely get these guys up on this ledge, though. And just just in case, we'll have you go over this way, because we don't need him to get back down. Alright. You go over this way, hop on over. Lay down, because that guy is staring at him at the moment. And should just be able to knife him in the back. It's fine, he heard nothing. And thankfully, because he laid down backwards, I'm hoping we're probably home free here. So that's one more kind of a little spot of bother out of the way. And one step closer to that building over there. Okay. So now the question is, can we knife this guy from here? Yes. Yes, we can. There's just something funny about them using the same thing. Alrighty, anyway, that's all I got time for here today, unfortunately, but hopefully this gives you a good general idea of what you're looking at here. This is just a very well-crafted kind of stealth sandbox here. So yeah, if this is the kind of thing you're feeling today, then that's the kind of thing you're feeling today. I've been having a hell of a lot of fun with this thing. So yeah, that'll be about that. Y'all have yourselves a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.